Okay, so the second boss that you're going to encounter is going to be the Grand Architect's Temple. Now, why would you do this one? I used to think this wasn't such a good boss to take on down here, but it's actually probably the second best one from all. The reason why is the inclusion of the new ultimatum pieces which dropped in the last league. So if we're in like a standard league scenario, this would actually be a really good way to farm that particular fragment piece to get access and ultimatum. Now, in the short event that's coming up, the Endless Delve event, you can get the rings that build the precursor emblems, which is really good. Aside from that, there's not really anything else that drops from there that's like exceptionally good. Anyway, let's give this one a crack, and I'll show you the encounter. Really, the only thing you got to remember is to stay out of the corrupted blood pits. Okay, so let's jump in here and crack this dude. So pretty much this is like a no-brainer boss fight, by the way. So basically you just come in, you just need to stay out of the blood pits, which he hits. So you do have a weaker character, you sort of just want to keep distance. This guy has a bit of extra HP, but this is still relatively low. It's like 217. So once he drops that down, you pretty much just want to stay out of the way and stay out of that blood pit, because that's going to wreck your health. So you just want to sort of see where it's coming down, stay out of the way, get out of the blood pit, just keep sort of kiting around. And so if you've got a decently tanky character, you'll be able to get out of that. If you don't have a tanky character, you're pretty much going to die instantly once he drops that. So again, you just sort of run out of the blood pit, regen, run back in. Pretty straightforward fight. Like, it's actually quite enjoyable, these fights down in Delve, because they're straightforward and nice and simple. So you'll go into phase 2, as always, drop a flare down just in case your darkness res isn't very high, and then we're just going to clear the pack. Now, from memory, this guy, I think he has a phase 2 in the boss fight, but we'll find out very shortly. Maybe not. No, I think it's just this 2-phase fight like this. So we'll just sort of kite around, kill everything, he'll come back up. So the other thing to remember too is we also have dynamite. And if you drop that down when they're in phase 2, you'll pretty much cheese off huge chunks of their health, and that's a really good way to sort of excel through these fights if you got lower damage. So we just drop every flare we got. We don't need them anyway. What are we going to use them for? Seems to be dropping that pit like right over the walk zone at the moment, which is a little annoying. That's all G. So we'll hopefully kill this guy now. And there we go. And lo and behold, exactly what I was talking about, Deadly End is one of the fragments for Ultimatum, which if this wasn't Standard League, I mean, if it was the start of the league and I had this drop, I would be jumping for joy, because I was selling these for like 4 to 6 divine in any one sitting. So just like a live example of how good the drops are on the bosses in Delve. Anyway, in league, we'd be 5 div up right now, and this is how I was funding my builds from last league. Anyway, this is part 2. I'm going to show you how to drop the Abyssal Imp next, and that's going to be part 3, and I think a third video. So stay tuned.